Hello everyone. So I got iPhone 7 here. It's been sent for audio issue. So this is the notes the guy sent with. He said problems: slow boot up, no microphone, no record, grey out mic, had a replacement screen, everything else works. That's the note. That the problem the guy explained. So let's have a look. I turned on this phone and then what's the passcode? I think they're back. Okay. So whenever I get audio IC issue, what I do most of the time, I just check in the voice memo if that is a problem, because in voice memo it will say device not found or something like that. If you can see, I don't know if you can read. It says recording failed, no audio device found. So let's try with the SIM card. There is SIM card, but it says no service. I don't know why. Let's set the date and time. I'm gonna connect with the Wi-Fi. Date and time is correct now. They have, I don't know if they put the SIM card, but it says no service. So first thing we're gonna test with our non-good SIM card. Maybe this phone have searching problem or service problem as well. So let me grab my SIM cards. Let me check what network is on it first. This like always take a pace and they take a long time to load. Let me get my SIM card and I'm gonna test. Okay. I got O2 SIM card, so I'm gonna test with this one. Passcode 013. Okay, we got signal on O2. So I'm gonna dial helpline. Can you see? Speakerphone option is grayed out. So we don't have speakerphone, we don't have microphone, nothing is working. So I'm gonna show you how to fix it. Let's disassemble the phone first. In this repair, that is very easy to cook the baseband, because that is right opposite to audio IC on the other side. So if you're gonna overheat the board, you're gonna have problem with searching no service, which is gonna cause you extra work. So what do, I always use safe technique in order to prevent that problem or to avoid that problem. I will show you what I'm gonna do, because we don't wanna mess up with the baseband and gonna cause us more work which we're supposed to. This phone never been opened, the seal is still intact. I have to put new seal after that, water resistant seal. So some of these audio ICs in Apple refurb devices, they are underfilled, like they put some kind of epoxy inside, so they are a bit more difficult to fix because we have to deal with the underfill as well. So let's see what kind of IC this one is. I have seen only few so far, to be honest, underfill one. That takes another couple of minutes if that is underfill. This customer said they went back to Apple Store and this phone was out of warranty, and they Apple Store, I think they asked them over £300, something like that. I'm not sure how much exactly they told them, and then they said they have to replace the device. But even though if they are gonna get replacement device, after some time they are gonna face the same problem, because in new device the problem is not cured. That is the same problem. So because that is a flash based fault, so obviously after some time the fault is gonna develop in new device as well. So unless Apple is gonna offer a suitable solution, so they are gonna fix that device with the micro jumpers or something like that, then yeah, that does make sense. But if they are gonna replace the device and then after 6 months or few months or year the person is gonna have the same problem, so what's the point? The person is gonna spending up more money than actual phone cost, and they are gonna end up with the same problem. Okay, our board is off from the housing. what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna use my preheater. This is a PPD 120 preheater I use. I'm gonna keep my preheater at 120. Like if I can show you on the camera. This is my preheater. I have set it up to 120. This is calibrated, so I'm gonna put that board over the preheater. I'm not gonna use hot air to remove this IC. I'm gonna use soldering iron technique, because in that way I won't overheat the board, so it will avoid the basement problem. So for that one I'm gonna use this big tip, this big side like this one, this tip. So let me put that one to my soldering iron. My PCB is getting over preheater. Let's remove the sticker. The one we're gonna use this sticker after repair. Okay, so as you can see, my preheater is at 120. I'm gonna use my soldering iron at 400 something, whatever it is. If you can see, 405 or whatever it is. So I'm gonna switch to microscope. Yep, I'm gonna put flux over the IC. Sometime in this method IC can get damaged, so you can always replace the IC, but make sure before replacing the IC or put new IC, you have to reball it with the lead solder, because if you're gonna put new IC which is with lead free solder, that is gonna take more time to solder, and then there is still risk to cook the basement. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put a bit of solder on my soldering tip, like that. And I'm gonna use my tweezer to hook under the IC. You can avoid these caps sometime, but sometimes they get melt, so you can always put them back. That's not a problem. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna heat up the IC. Can you see? It took less than 30 seconds to take off the IC. So now, as you guys can see, there is this solder blob on these caps. I can always clean that one, that's not a problem. So our IC is also okay, and then I'm gonna reball the same IC. Put this one aside. I'm gonna turn off my preheater. So once your IC is off, you are gonna turn off the preheater and gonna take out your board from the preheater. Don't wanna leave the board over there. So now I'm gonna clean off the pads. works. I found this method is more safer than any other method because I did these one dozens of the audio ICs and I never had any single problem with preheater in this method. With these pads. There's a two advantage here for wicking the pads. First thing, your weak pads, they are gonna come off automatically, so you know where is your actual problem. And the second thing, your pads are gonna be flat, so IC will sit properly and easily. There are some NC pads and some grounds pads can come off as well, but you shouldn't worry about those ones. So I'm gonna suck a little bit of solder from here and then I'm gonna fix them with the hot air after. Okay, the cap is here. I'm gonna use that cap after. I'm gonna grab that cap from my wick because I'm gonna use that cap. If you don't put this cap back, even though it's not gonna cause a problem, but it's good to have caps back. I'm gonna put this one on the side. So because sometime I get Bosch repair job, so where these caps are already missing this pad. So if you don't put that one back, that doesn't make any big difference. So I'm gonna clean off the area. Okay, so we have like here this missing pad. Yeah, this is ground. We are not worried about that one. The second one, this one looks NC to me, this one looks NC, this one looks NC, and this one looks NC. So let's check in the ZXW, because I know these are, I don't need these pads, but in case, I'm just gonna show you. So this way. Okay, iPhone 7. iPhone 7. I always open Qualcomm because the Intel one doesn't have that much information. So this is our audio IC. So we are missing these two. Look, they are NC. We are missing this one. This one we need to run jumper. This is an important pad. And we are missing this one. This is a NC as well. Missing this one. This is NC as well. So these are all NC pads, and this is the ground. I'm not worried about that ground. So what I'm gonna do, normally I always run 4 jumpers, sorry, 3 jumpers. So people, they run even the 1 jumper, you should be fine with 1 jumper as well. So but I always run, some people they run 4 jumper as well, but I run 3 jumper. So I never had any single return in these ones. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna grab my jumper wire. I use 0.01 millimeter jumper wire, if you can see in my scope, that one. So what I'm gonna do, this is insulated wire, but I'm gonna burn this insulation, and it's gonna tin a little bit with my soldering iron, as you can see. So there is one tip: whenever you are gonna tin your solder wire, always use big tip like this. Don't use small tip, that is gonna take ages and you are not gonna get really good result with that one. So I always use big tip. So I'm gonna cut off this piece. That is very easy to lose the wire. Oh, I think I found it. Yeah, we got here my PCB. I'm gonna change my tips. Solder tape still hot. Turn on my soldering station. I just changed my tape because I need smaller tape here. And some flux. This is too much. Iron is hot enough. I'm gonna run jumpers. With this wire, we're gonna run jumper very easily and quickly. Like that. And then here, pad. That's it. I'm gonna cut off the excess wire. That's it. That's it. This is not properly placed. Touch it again. Yep. That's it. That's placed now. Okay. Most of the time this pad is missing or problem, so or this, so 90% of the time this pad is a problem, this one. So people only run jumper for this one. I don't know if you can see properly. Let me clean it off more so you can see. Yeah, this is the pad. This is the problem most of the time, but these pads are in the same row, so they can cause problem as well. So what we do, are normally people, what they do, they run this jumper, but in my theory I don't run this, and I don't think so I need to run this jumper. But people, they do run for safe side, but I don't run, but I never had any problem. So I'm gonna make pad for this one. I run only these 3 pads. That's it. We're gonna cover it with that solder mask. don't want to put too much, just a little bit is okay. And I'm gonna cure it with this UV light. Bit more. I think is okay now. So we have these 3 jumpers. First one, second one, and third one. I don't need this one, so I'm not running that one. So I'm gonna reball the IC. I'll reball the same IC. %95 of the time this IC doesn't get damaged, so I use same IC, but 5% there is a chance this can get damaged, so you have to replace that one. But remember, as I said, if you are gonna replace that one, make sure that is reballed with leaded solder, not lead free solder. So this pad is missing from there, so I'm not worried about that one. The first one, that is a ground anyway, so I'm not worried about that. That one is missing from here, but I'm not worried about that because that is ground anyway. There are a couple of different grounds pads over there, so that should be okay. Let me get my stencil. Make sure your stencil is good quality and aligned well. I use this cheap one, that works great for me. I just bought this one £5 from AliExpress or eBay, I can't remember, and then this is serving me since this problem began, so for me is okay. Yeah, no reballing. Make sure when you are reballing, your air should be 0 or low as possible, and you're gonna heat up slowly. You don't want to blow it really quickly, just slowly. You can see the balls are formed. So don't blow it like really fast or with the high air, because then you're gonna have solder pop up from that stencil. Many people, they have that problem. They say, oh, I am having problem with reballing, oh, balls are getting attached together or they are popping up. So that's a technique, and try to dry the flux with tissue paper. I leave my flux always open so it gets dry. So very good. this ball is missing from there, this pad, so I'm not worried about that one, that is ground anyway. So we have more grounds in the IC. So this IC is ready for use, so I'm just gonna clean it a bit because I can see kind of gunk over there. Yeah, that should be okay. See the balls? I'm clean from this side as well. That's enough. See the balls? They're all even, same size. So I'm gonna solder that IC back to the board. Same technique, but this time I'm gonna use obviously hot air to blow it up because I have reballed this IC with leaded solder, so I'm not worried more about the base band. Okay, let's fix this cap first because after that it's going to be a bit difficult, so I'm gonna fix it right now. Here's my flats. And I've turned on my preheater. My preheater is on already. And I'm gonna grab my cap, the one I put over there. Okay, so I'm gonna blow them out so they can go into their place. Preheater helps me a lot in this situation because I use less heat on the top. So yep, that's it. They are gonna go in a row automatically, so don't worry about them as long as they are not shorted. You should be okay. So I'm gonna put flux over the pads. Don't put too much flux, just enough to IC get settled down over there. That's the direction. Yeah. I'm gonna blow it with my hot air. My preheater is at 120. Hot air is whatever I feel comfortable with. I'm not gonna cover the NAND, just PMIC. So I'm gonna wait this IC to get settled. Yep, that's enough. You can see these caps, they are back to normal a bit. They're not obviously 100% on the same place, but we are not here concerned about them. I'm gonna turn off my preheater and gonna wait for cooling down. It's still hot. Use this one. Clean off this flux. That's very important. After the work, clean off the flux. Don't leave behind. So, how I test quickly after the rework, I hook that screen to the PCB and then I hook my DC power supply and I'm going to test, see if that voice memo is back. It shouldn't say no audio device found. You can test with the housing as well, but this is a quick way for me because when I'm doing bulk jobs, so I can't test everything in housing, so I will just test on the outside the housing and I will move on with the next job. Okay, so DC power supply is on. I'm gonna boot up. Yeah, phone is booting up. Okay, the phone is booted up, as you can see. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna test the voice memo. It shouldn't say no device found or something. Can you see? It has started recording. So that's been problem fixed. So I will show you in the housing as well. Just to make sure on the call. I'm gonna put this one back. Yeah, that's okay. That's it.
to O2 Pay and Go, top up, tariff, and bolt-on service. To
So,
top up, press 1.
problem is
To hear
fixed.
your call time or remaining tariff or...
So that's how you can fix the audio IC in safe way, and you won't have the baseband problem as well. So always use preheater with the soldering iron technique, because if you are gonna use the hot air, so obviously you don't know where the heat is going and how much heat you are applying on the actual PCB, and the other side the baseband that is underfilled with that epoxy black color. So you are gonna have the problem with that searching or baseband issues after the repair. So in this method you won't have any issue. I have done more than 500 audio ICs so far. I never had any single problem with this one. Before I used to do that hot air technique, but I had 2-3 problem with the basebands after that. So I have changed my techniques. So since I am with this one, I don't have any problem like that. So hope you guys have learned something and enjoyed this video. Please subscribe my channel and like and share. See you next time in new video. Thank you. Bye bye.